Since this is only a guideline from the central government, they're not going to follow it because it's not that convenient. Not everyone is familiar. In fact, the majority of people are not familiar. This additional imposition of the full thing is awkward at various levels. No one knows the words. The length is unusually long. It's 5 times. Exactly, there's the future of India that's at stake. The young people of India, look, for generations in our country, examinations, studies, good results were the passport to the future. This is how people from humble backgrounds, lower middle class families are able to excel and rise above the limitations of their thing and have new opportunities and succeed in life. This is how young people study very hard, sacrificing so much in order to prepare for these examinations. And if you run a process where the integrity of the examinations cannot be trusted, where you are in a situation where tragically people who have spent so much of effort in preparing suddenly find that there are leaks, there is corruption, there is dishonesty, and that the entire process is vitiated. Sometimes exams are cancelled, they have to start all over again. When people see that, they feel so betrayed and so let down. The world is full of competitive examinations that are conducted fairly, whether it's the SAT or the Cambridge exams or the ISC or whatever. Why is it that it's only something that our government administers that is constantly being messed up? Why is the government in a situation where it is not able to guarantee the fairness and integrity of such a simple process as a national examination? It is honestly a deficiency of the government, and the government should be responsible and take action to fix the problem. That is what is fundamental. Otherwise, it's a betrayal of an entire generation.
Whom we can blame, sir?
We can only blame the government. The government, the ministry, the NTA, all the people responsible for a situation where what is conducted in every other country in the world, in India somehow is done with this shameless leaking and incompetence.
The youth are in the protest right now. In the means, we can say that Narendra Modi is giving melody to each Prime Minister. So how you...
No, the one and the other don't have anything to do with each other. I think the government, which is headed by Prime Minister Modi, has an overall responsibility. But those who are accountable lower down, they must be held accountable, and the situation must be fixed. This must never happen again. This is not the first time, but it must be the last time.
So one last question on Vande Mataram. The government has said that Vande Mataram should swing full paragraph. So how you what about that?
No, this is a guideline from the government, and of course every state that wants to honor that, we have to respect it. I was telling people that when the Vice President launched my book on Sri Narayana Guru in Delhi, at the beginning we had all 5 verses, and when he left also we had again all 5 verses. That was the system that the government decreed there. In Kerala, the government feels that since this is only a guideline from the central government, they're not going to follow it because it's not that convenient. Not everyone is familiar. In fact, the majority of people are not familiar with all 5 verses, and people are standing awkwardly. It's a very long thing. It's 5 times the length of the national anthem. The original scenario, which we've been following since the days of our freedom struggle, is to sing the first verses of Vande Mataram. And frankly, we all know it. We've all been singing it for years and decades. We all respect the national song. It's something very important to all of us. And as a result, what we're doing is very much upholding that tradition. But this additional imposition of the full thing is awkward at various levels. No one knows the words. The length is unusually long. It's 5 times. On top of that, the government's guideline says do it at the beginning and at the end, so twice. It becomes a genuine problem. And I must say that we all understand the BJP has a political agenda behind this choice. But I challenge any BJP leader to come and sing all 5 verses before us. This is a certain amount of political hypocrisy also involved. So I respect this Chief Minister's decision that the vast majority of Kerala political parties are happy with, to have just the initial portion of the national song. It shows no disrespect. We all respect it. We stand, we sing it, and it's over. But this kind of thing, doing it 5 times the length twice, this is a rather bizarre guideline from the central government. And obviously, wherever it is acted upon, in whichever state it fully happens, we must all respect it. No question of disrespect. But where a state government has chosen otherwise, why make a controversy out of it?
So, one question. After Bengal, Kerala also should chief electoral officer as a CM in the office. So, how do you see that?
No, these are different cases altogether. There, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the chief electoral officer was caught up in certain controversies of the SIR and then was made the chief secretary of the entire state. Here we're talking about an officer who had no controversies in the conduct of the elections. Find me one political party that objected to his conduct. And then secondly, he's been appointed by the CM as his principal secretary, which is a trusted position of one individual with another. It's not Chief Secretary of Kerala, which is another person, another position. So it's not analogous at all. There is no comparison and there is no controversy.
So India moves to acquire 114 Rafale jets in 3.2 lakh crore mega deal. So how do you see the Rafale?
Well, you remember that when our original deal was scrapped by this government, we pointed out that our need was for a much larger number of aircraft. They took our original deal, which if I remember correctly, was 126. And they took only a handful of Rafale, and they've ended up paying more now. If they had stuck to the original deal, the country would have saved, the taxpayers would have saved some money.